Okay, so this is the outer ear. The ear is a transducer, meaning it converts acoustic energy into electrochemical energy. And so the curled part of the pinna is called the helix. Right across from it is the antihelix. And in between the antihelix and the helix is the scaphoid fossa right here. The triangular fossa is up here. The Cymboconcha is in this area. The crus of the helix right here. The tragus, you can't really see it on this model, but it would be right here. The earlobe down here. The antitragus is number 5, and right next to it is the intertragular notch. And then the concha is this part, and the deep part of the concha is called the cavum concha, and it just helps kind of funnily sound into the ear. And that's the outer ear. Okay, so this is the inner ear. The basics of the inner ear are the vestibula, the cochlear, which is right here, and the semicircular canals. Okay, this is another image of the inner ear, and this is the cochlear canal, which contains the scala vestibula, the cochlear duct, also known as the scala media, and the scala tympani. And the scala vestibula and scala tympani are part of the membranous labyrinth, and it's filled with endolymph. And the cochlear duct is part of the bony labyrinth, and it's filled with perilymph. And then the helicotrema is where the scala tympani and the scala vestibula meet. And the round window is down here. The oval window is right here. Okay, so this is a magnified image of the cochlear canal. This line right here is called the Reznor's membrane. This middle portion is the scala media, also known as the cochlear duct. Right next to it is the stria vascularis. Below that, this portion is the spiral ligament. This upper portion is called the scala vestibula. Down here, it's the scala tympani. This is called the spiral ganglion. This line right here is the spiral lamina. This is the organ of Corti, also known as it's for the sensory organ. Better picture is down here. Right here is the inner hair cells. Above that is the tectoral membrane. Below the tectoral membrane is the outer hair cells. This is the basilar fiber, and this nerve right here is called the cochlear nerve.
Shown here is, well, part of the middle ear, well, basically all the middle ear, and the inner ear. The middle ear is an impedance matching system, which basically means that since sound waves don't travel the same in fluid and air, the middle ear, which is air-filled, makes up this difference through the ossicular bridge. The ossicular bridge being composed of the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. This bridge, once the tympanic membrane has been vibrated, produces a lever, like rocking motion, that pushes the stapes into the oval window. Once the mechanical energy from the ossicular bridge has reached the stapes then pushes the oval window into the fluid. Well, pushes the oval window into the inner ear and displaces the fluid inside. This converts the mechanical energy to pressure waves. The fluid of the cochlear duct is then displaces the basilar and tectorial membranes and creates a shearing motion. The tectorial membrane then shares the stereocilia here. The inner hair cells here are the essential component for transmitting electrical impulses to the brain. The basilar membrane has a tonotopic organization, which means that each frequency stimulates a certain part of the membrane. In order to visualize the middle ear, we can imagine it as a six-sided cube. The ceiling or superior wall is composed of the tegmen tympani. The anterior wall or carotid wall houses, well, obviously the carotid artery. The canal of the tensor tympani muscle, as well, this shows the tensor tympani muscle, and the Eustachian tube, which isn't pictured. The posterior wall houses the pyramidal eminence here, the chorda tympani nerve here, and the adductus to the mastoid atrium here. The medial wall has the prominence of the lateral semicircular canal here, the prominence of the facial canal here, the oval window, the round window, and the prominence